Can you solve all these app psychology questions? Which is correct? Yes, Maslow, humanism is right. Psychology of language. Precise answer. Psycholinguistics. Father of modern psychology. Logical choice. Wundt. This person, father of psychology. Keep it up, Wilhelm Wundt. The concept of right or good conduct. Perfect choice. Morality. The study of psychological disorders. Smart thinking. Psychopathology. What branch of psychology studies ESP? Excellent reasoning. Parapsychology. Who wrote the first psychology textbook? William James? How many phonemes in the word psychology? Well done, A. Who is considered the father of psychology? On track, Wilhelm Wundt. Who is known as the father of psychology? Valid point, Wilhelm Wundt. Any action that people can observe or measure. Right choice, behavior. In what year was positive psychology created? Commendable response. Behavioral neuroscience was formerly known as. Clear and correct. Physiological psychology. What is B.F. Skinner best known for developing? Right, operant conditioning. What does the P stand for in Eysenck's theory? Very good, psychoticism. In psychology, what are fixed action patterns? Instincts is correct. Which field of psychology is least deterministic? Good job, humanism! An early school of thought that used introspection. That's it, structuralism. Most definitions of psychology include which word? Great job, scientific. What do we call an eclectic approach to psychology? Nicely done. Biopsychosocial. Which field of psychology focuses on introspection? You got it! Structuralism! The science of behavior and mental processes is dash. Confident and correct. Psychology. The scientific study of behavior and mental processes. Solid response. Psychology. Which field of psychology would ignore consciousness? Strong answer. Behaviorist. What is not a mental activity of cognitive psychology? Well expressed. Prototypes. Which school of psychology best reflects introspection? Outstanding effort. Structuralism. Happiness is also known as dash in positive psychology. Nice work. Well-being. Which one is not a type of experiment used in psychology? Thoughtful answer. Qualitative. Wilhelm Wundt is associated with what form of psychology? That's accurate. Structuralism. Who is the person known as founder of positive psychology? Spot on. Martin Seligman. William James developed the second school of thought known as. Well supported. Functionalism, which is still active as a school of psychological thought. Exactly. Behaviorism. Sigmund Freud is widely considered to be the father of dash. Psychoanalysis. Great work. Who defined psychology as science of mind and behavior. Excellent work. Richard Gross. The field of psychology arose out of which of the following? Philosophy. Well done. There are costs to psychology being a science. What are they? Well reasoned. Determinism, reductionism, nomothetic. Which of the following is not a founder of Gestalt psychology? A. Accurate answer, Wilhelm Wundt. This career in psychology includes how we interact with others. Well articulated. Social psychology. In what year was psychology officially recognized as a science? Correct response, 1879. Which of these things does not have to do with social psychology? Brain development. Well done. Who is often referred to as the father of personality psychology? Great job, Gordon Allport. What year was the field of positive psychology officially launched? Excellent work, 2000. Identify this area in positive psychology. Parents, friends, teachers. Relationships is correct. Associative learning modified through reinforcement or punishment. Dash. Commendable response, operant conditioning. What did Noam Chomsky greatly contribute to through language research? Correct response, cognitive psychology. Which branch of psychology focuses on the mental processes of athletes? Right, sports. The scientific investigation of mental processes and behavior is called. Well articulated. Psychology. Our awareness of ourselves and our environment is a great definition of. Spot on. Consciousness. What is the study of behavior and thinking using the experimental method? Logical choice. Experimental psychology. Which of the following subfields of psychology conducts applied research? Nicely done, clinical. Of the following, who is associated with the Gestalt School of Psychology? Nice work, Max Wertheimer. Who is considered the father of psychology and follower of structuralism? Smart thinking, Wilhelm Wundt. Positive psychology has many benefits to society, especially in the area of. Perfect choice, mental well-being. The philosopher that argued psychology was not a science but a pre-science. Precise answer, Thomas Kuhn. One difficulty for psychology being science is that the modern is more dash. Well expressed. Ideographic. What is the study of knowledge of or study of behavior and mental processes? Good job, psychology! Ivan Pavlov is famous for his contributions to psychology. He was actually a well done physiologist. Which psychology perspective is how we meet our need for love and acceptance? Exactly, humanistic. Focuses on the diagnosis and treatment of people with psychological disorders. Accurate answer, clinical psychology. Who in psychology made a lead way in helping psychological disorder treatment? Well reasoned. Dorothea Dix. One's technique to observation a person's sensations and feelings is called. Right choice. Introspection. The self-reflective observation of one's own sensations and feelings is called. Strong answer. Introspection. Which of the following mental health careers requires a medical doctorate? That's accurate. Psychiatry? Who is considered the father of psychology and began the first psychology lab? Clear and correct. Wilhelm Wundt. Positive psychology research on human strengths can function as buffers against. Confident and correct. Mental illness. By seeking to measure atoms of the mind. Who established the first psychology lab? Solid response. Wilhelm Wundt. Sigmund Freud was the founder of which of the following perspectives in psychology? That's it. Psychoanalytic. Psychology emanated out of biology in the late 1800s. At that point, psychology was. You got it, nomothetic. The scientific approach that limits the study of psychology to observable behavior. Bravo. Behaviorism. Which branch of psychology explores how emotions are expressed throughout the world? On track. Social cultural. Which field of psychology focuses on development, prevention, and treatment of illness? Health. Great work. Psychology was formally established by Dali, who believed in this type of psychology. Thoughtful answer. Wundt. Structuralism. Which subfield of psychology provides psychology's contribution to behavioral medicine? Excellent reasoning. Health. This student of Wilhelm Wundt founded the structuralism school of thought in psychology. Valid point. Edward Titchener. Identify this area in positive psychology. Living according to the values that you uphold. Well supported. Meaning? This field of psychology provides help for psychological disorders to severe psychopathology. Outstanding effort. Clinical psychologist. What is the study of psychological disorders, including their symptoms, treatment, and causes? Keep it up, psychopathology. Which approach to psychology focuses on how we encode, process, store, and retrieve information? Very good. Cognitive. Which perspective believed psychology should only study observable and objectively described acts? Yes, behaviorism is right. Which figure in psychology is associated with the psychoanalytic approach or inner conflict theory? You got it. Sigmund Freud. A psychologist that uses ethnicity, gender, culture, and socioeconomic status influence our behavior. Well-reasoned. Sociocultural psychology. The discipline that helps psychology in developing strategies for better and effective communication is. Good job, mass communication! Observation of psycho, social, and emotional trauma. Theory of the subconscious and childhood. Right choice. Psychoanalysis. Which professional specialty focuses on the diagnosis and treatment of people with psychological disorders? Valid point. Clinical psychology. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Exactly. Contact Narayan Changda.